FlossTube. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season. If you're a new viewer, I hope you enjoy, and if you like what you see, please subscribe, and welcome back to all of those who have viewed my videos in the past. I appreciate your support, and I hope you enjoy it. So this is a special edition. It is just showing some Christmas presents I made. So here they are. So for my parents, you've actually seen some previous versions of this before, but this is my Salt Lake City temple. So I finished stitching it and added the words "families are forever." They were married in this temple, so I thought they would like that. So yeah, that's the that's my parents' design, and I plan to release this design in 2019. Sorry. My brother Nathan, I showed in a previous clip before I mailed it off, but I couldn't remember where it was from, and it's from Cross Stitcher Summer 2018 issue, and I stitched this duck and made it into an ornament. So it's just one tiny motif on this. So this gift is for my brother Nathan. He loves birds. So I stitched this duck for him. It's from one of the summer cross stitcher magazines. I think it's the June one, but I'm not positive. I know I started stitching it during Jessie Marie Does Stuff 5-year Sal for D for duck. So it had to have been one of those early summer ones. But this was just a motif from a bigger cushion design. I was going to put it on top of a tin, but then I couldn't find a tin I liked, so I just decided to make it into an ornament, even though I don't know how Christmassy a mallard duck is, but it works. I watched a Vana tutorial, and I will link that in my show notes for the finishing. So this got this twine. Well, it's a pillow, just a tiny pillow. I used this fabric on the back. I love this fabric. And then I used the twine and I stitched it on. And then I followed her tutorial to make the tie. She put a bow here. I didn't feel like a bow really worked for this one. So I just put an old button. This is an old button I got from my husband's grandmother this summer when I was at her house. So yeah, there's my brother Nathan's Christmas gift, and I will get it in the mail today. For my brother Byron, I asked people if they had any ideas of what they wanted me to make them for Christmas, and he requested a bookmark. So I wanted to do a horse because he likes horses, but I couldn't find any patterns I liked in my stash. But then I got Cross Stitch Crazy. I'm not sure what issue this is. Actually, I wrote it down. November 2018, and it has this horse pattern. So here's a bigger version of it. And so what I did is I just took a portion of it and I cross-stitched it. I didn't do the trees in the background. I just did the horse's face and the fence. So, sorry. There is the bookmark for him. It has mistakes in it, but it's good enough. So yeah. It's been a while since I've done one with that many gradations and color changes, so that was good to do. Next, my sister Melba, she requested a unicorn bookmark. So once again, I couldn't find what I liked, so I actually designed this pattern. I'm not fully happy with it, but I think she will love it. This is fabric that I hand dyed, and for the finishing, I kind of got the idea from, what issue is this? Cross Stitcher, September 2018. This Scandi Christmas bookmark with the pointed, and So I did a pointed edge, but then I put a tassel at the top. So that was fun. I think she'll love it. And I probably will release this pattern as just a freebie pattern because I don't want to, I'm not fully satisfied with it. I like it, but I don't want to take the time to revise it. So I'll probably just release it as a freebie. So you can look for that. So my sister Lydia, one of the things she asked for was just like stories from our lives. So I do have a couple stories I'm giving her, but I also wanted to give her an ornament. And her kids have been sick this week, Christmas week. So they haven't been able to come down yet. She lives about an hour and a half north of us. And so I was going to give her the stories and then an ornament I'd made previously. But the day after Christmas, I started stitching some trees. So this is what I'm going to give her. And these come from a pattern in Cross Stitcher from, let's see, November 2018. So this is a Tidy Modernist pattern, and I just picked my own colors. So I'm going to give her that first one. This one with the stories. And then her husband, I was trying to think what to get him, and I just wasn't sure. But I remembered last year I gave the family just handmade an ornament, and he was so happy that it was a non-breakable ornament. And I had stitched this wonky snowman on a scrap piece of fabric. So I decided to make it a family. So they have 3 kids, so I made 3 kids and then another parent. They're not wanting to stay, but so wonky snowman family is what he's getting. And I'm going to release these patterns as just a free pattern through Gumroad. So just cute wonky snowman family. It obviously shows up the best on this because it's a dark color, but I was just using scrap pieces of fabric. For my sister Lydia's kids, she recommended that her boys would probably like some of my animal faces on pillows. So I decided to do that. So for her oldest son, he's 6, and I made my boy hippo with, the bow tie into a slip cover, so over a pillow. It's not a perfect fit, but I mean, this was my first time making one, so not too bad for the first time making a slip cover. And this pattern will come out eventually. This was a mania start, so yay, I finished an FFO. And then the other one was also a mania start, and it's my koala bear. So cute. I use this green fabric. Both of these are stitched on 18 count white Aida. So yeah, and once again, a pillow finish, a slip cover pillow finish. So yeah, that is those. And then for their 1-year-old daughter, she really loves balls. I figured a lot of people might be giving her balls because she likes playing with balls. So I decided to make her a ball ornament. I took the design from Cross Stitch Crazy December 2018. I cannot find the magazine. I don't know where I put it. I've looked all around the house. It'll show up someday. So I can't show you what it looks like, but I did change colors. But I wanted to practice making ball ornaments first before I did the real one. So I first did this one. So this has got some peanuts, you know, Snoopy and Charlie Brown and everybody. Well, that looks like Linus. Anyways, so this one was less round and more oval than I wanted. And I used a tutorial on how to make a Pokeball, but it worked for these. So I will link that in the show notes. So that was the first one I tried. This was the second one. It's shorter, but it's very wonky. Super wonky. Once again, I used Peanuts fabric with some red heart fabric. But these are good enough to go on my tree. I don't mind. So then, this is for my niece. So it's this little penguin. This was supposed to be white. So I did change that to red. And it's a pretty good. This fabric was thinner than my template, so I kind of made that thinner. I made these other two bigger, and it kind of worked out. It's a little squonky in the back, but I felt a little better because Priscilla was saying she didn't even finish the back of her ornaments. I mean, not this kind, but the other kind of ornaments. So I figure no one's looking at the back really, so the front looks good for the most part. So there's a little penguin. And I forgot to mention that this was stitched on, let's see, what was it? 28 count Winter Moon cashel linen. So I think that turned well. And the red, so I bought this fancy floss and I love the color variation. It's Weeks Dye Works Turkish Red. And I use it for a number of Christmas presents. I wanted to buy some fancy floss and my husband's like, well, do you have a reason? Because we were up near my LNS. And I was like, yep, Christmas presents. So several of these Christmas presents have this Turkish red on it. So this is Turkish red right there. And then I did the letters in white Krynic. And then the rest is DMC. So there's that. My brother Samuel, I made him llama. This is also stitched on the 28 count Winter Moon cashel linen. So this pattern comes from, Cross Stitcher, June 2018. And yes, the cover has fallen off. I have since started making working copies before stitching from these magazines because they were just are falling apart. Anyways, so it's, let me see, this llama. I changed the colors to make it Christmassy. And I love all these other llamas and I want to make more of these. It was so fun to stitch. So fun to stitch. I actually showed it on Instagram before and FFO'd it just because it was so cute. And I was like, my brother's not going to see it. He has a newborn baby and he's not on Instagram anyways. So yeah, that is the cute llama. And he did a study abroad in Peru. So I figured a llama was perfect for him. And he served a mission for our church in Argentina. So like, that area, South America. Yeah. Anyways, next. So for his wife, I made this owl necklace. Let's see if it can focus at all. It's not really focusing. I had showed her some I'd made and that I ended up selling, and she said she really liked that a center that I had like this one, but she liked this owl. She's like, you should talk to Samuel. And I was like, she probably means for him to buy it for her for Christmas. But I needed a Christmas present for her. So, yeah. That's what she's getting. Just a pretty owl necklace. And then, so for their son, I was going to cross stitch some stuff. And my husband even started stitching it for me a bit. But it didn't happen. So he's getting some ornaments that I stitched previously as test stitches for my Christmas star alphabet that's available on Etsy. And there will be a link in my bio. Or there will be a link in the description box to my Etsy shop, and there will be a link directly to this pattern in my show notes. Anyways, so I just picked out his initials from some test ones I'd done. So I'm giving him that. And then food. I can't think of what it was, but anyways, some food was offering free Scholastic books, basically. You just went online and uploaded your receipt and then you could get free books. So I got some, but I got this one because I was like, oh, my nephew really likes firemen and I babysit him frequently. So I got this one, and then I realized I had it already. So he's getting it for Christmas. So that's what he's getting. Then his sister, so she can play by herself forever, but she loves, like, I noticed when I was babysitting her that she would like play with things and pretend like they were asleep, and she just plays, you know, play acting with them. So I had this tin, and they actually, her and her brother actually helped me eat the cookies from it. So just a Christmas tin. So on the inside, I glued some felt, and I made these kitty finger puppets. These kitty finger puppets. So, you know, put your finger in, tails on the back, and they look like they're sleeping. And then I made pillows and blankets for each. So I think she'll really like it. She loves cats. They have 2 cats, and I think she'll like it. If she doesn't, oh well, but I think she will. And I had a lot of fun making it. It was fun. I kept thinking about more ideas, like I could cross stitch on these blankets and make it so pretty, but I just ran out of time. It's a nice thought, but no time. All right. So, and then they got a new baby sister 2 weeks ago. Well, 2.5 weeks now, but just barely. And her mom had suggested that I could make a baby's first Christmas one ornament. So I did. So let's see if I can get it so it shows. Anyways, it's not, there'll be a picture in my show notes, but I wish it would focus. Why won't you focus? Anyways, you get the basic idea. A fairy in Turkish red. So it was going to be too big if I did it 2/2. So I started 2/1, and I was like, at first I was like, oh, because I went around the border and it was fine. But then as I got to the center, I was like, no, this isn't working. So I did 1/1 for the rest of it. And the star and the wings, where I used Petite Treasure braid here, and I used Kreinik here. I did those just half stitch. And this pattern I adapted from Cross Stitch Fairies. I love, love, love this book. And I actually, as I was looking at it, this is actually a pattern by Lucy Heaton. I thought that was kind of cool. Let me get my working copy out. So that's the fairy. Actually, she's on the back too. I just modified that. And actually, this is the one I did for her oldest brother. I didn't actually do one for the middle child. I will get her an ornament someday, but I was really depressed that winter. And no baby's first Christmas for her. Sorry. I took this one and made this red and green. Anyways, I took this one, made it red and green. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. It's not perfect, but it's cool. I like it. So there's that. So this is stitched on 28 count winter moon Kasha linen. And I'm also giving her this cute little outfit. It's 0 to 3 months old, and she'll be 2 months around Valentine's Day, so I thought that would be perfect for them. So yeah, that's my new niece's present. So I was starting to run out of time as far as making Christmas gifts. So some of these gifts aren't made, but I thought I'd show them anyways. So for my brother Alan, he wanted these 2 books. I don't know if that's showing right. Anyways, and I bought these because I had another series by this author that I really liked. I read the first one and it was good, but I didn't love it. So I actually never read the second one. So he wants them. They're used, but I don't think he'll mind. So yeah, he's getting those. Next is my sister Mary, and she loves trees. So I thought of this design. So I designed this, and it's probably going to get released as a freebie pattern in the new year. And it's on 14 count Fiddler's Light Ada. It's the color's not showing super well. It's a variegated floss, and I did cross country with it in each of these little squares. It gives it a very camo look, but she likes that look, so I think she'll be fine with it. So yeah, just cute little bookmark. Wish the colors would show better and focus, but oh well, you get the basic idea. And as always, there will be pictures of these in the show notes if you want to see a better picture. My next sister, so when we got married, we got these figurines, and we got 2 Hope ones, and then we got a Faith one. So we have the Hope and the Faith one displayed, but this has just been packed up. And my sister likes this style of figurines, so I thought I'd give it to her. But then I was feeling bad because I was like, this was given to me. I did like no effort. So I was out shopping with my youngest sister, and we saw this movie, and it's one that was on my sister Alice's shopping Christmas list. That's the word, Christmas list. So me and my youngest sister went in on this one for her. So yeah, that's what she's getting. And then my next brother is getting a present for the entire family, and for himself too. Like it's a something. I'll find out later today because it's actually Christmas when I'm recording this. Hence the need to wrap all these presents. So he just wanted money to go towards that gift. And he wanted it preferably before Black Friday and as an Amazon gift card. So that's what I did. Gave him what he wanted. And then my youngest sister, Sarah, so her nickname since she was a baby has been Sarah Bear. So and she loves Christmas sweaters. So when I saw a pattern in Cross Stitcher October 2018, let's see if I can show this to you. It's not really focusing, but it's a bear and a sweater, Christmas sweater. Perfect, right? And she loves Christmas, just loves Christmas all the time. So here it is. I did change some colors. I did use the Turkish red in the background on the shirt, but I think she will love it. So it's just a cute little ornament. So that concludes my family's Christmas gifts. And as for my husband's, I haven't started it yet. Oops. But he didn't finish mine either, so we're good. He showed me what they were. He was going to cross-stitch me some gifts. But it didn't happen. But I didn't show him. He wanted me to surprise him, so I will get them done. Hopefully in the next month. So yeah, Christmas gifts. We haven't finished the ones for my husband's side of the family, so yeah, we need to get those done and mail them out. We told them they're going to be late, but that's going to be my focus next as far as cross-stitching goes, is finishing those for my husband's family. So gifts for friends. I wanted to stitch more, but I just didn't have time. So this one is from Cross Stitcher October 2008, and it's this one right here. That's not really focusing, but you'll see it. I did change a few of the colors. So I stitched this on, let me look at my notes because I don't remember, and forgive the bad lighting. You can kind of see that. And you can see my husband in the background a little bit. I stitched on 18 count light blue hand-dyed fabric that I dyed. And, oh, looks like he's going to come join us. There we go. So this is my husband, Jason. So, yeah, I changed a few of the colors, but overall it's the same. And I followed a tutorial from Vonna to help me with the finishing, especially the bow and hanger. And I did a pillow finish.
Bow and hanger?
What?
Bowen? When you said bow and? Bowen?
Our last name's Bowen. Okay, gotcha. Anyways, and I'll link that tutorial in my show notes, as well as all of the...
everything?
Yes, everything will be in my show notes. So that was that one. And then I also did this tree from this jar. And I did change the colors on this as well. it's not really focusing, but you get the basic idea. And this is on 28 count ivory Joblin, and I did it 2/2. So yeah, that's that one. All right, next. So I love this book. It's A Cross Stitch Christmas from Better Homes and Garden, and it's Heartfelt Holidays. Love, love, love this book. So many cool designs. Anyways, so I stitched this bell. I'm sorry, Jason.
I was expecting you to just like shove it in my face.
I'm not used to having someone next to me. Anyways.
There goes my nose.
So the tree and the bell. I'm
just being ornery, by the way. That's how I normally am.
He is often that way. So let's see. I stitched these on... What?
Oh!
You know it.
I said I'm ornery, and you're like, you're often that way. Oh! I'm hurt. Anyway, I'll let you go on.
So anyways, there's the bell and the Christmas tree. And they do have beads on it. I didn't use the called for beads. I just used beads I had. And I changed some of the back stitching, and I love the fabric on the back. It's just this, I don't know, fun Christmassy fabric.
Rustic,
I guess. And then I used yellow rickrack that we got from my husband's grandmother when we were out there this summer. So that's those two, and I love them, even though like I kind of didn't leave enough edge around them, so they're really close to the cross stitches in the finishing, but I still love them. They're really cute. I'm gonna have a hard time giving these ones away, but I can make them again someday, right? Scandy Christmas. So this is from Cross Stitcher September 2018. And so this bookmark up here, I did the tree and the reindeer. And I was going to do some more, but I just ran out of time. So I changed the color. So here's the reindeer. And I can't remember what this is called at the moment. My brain's tired. Anyways, I used this sort of finishing rather than the gold like I did on the others.
Twine,
yes. And these
and
are
the red
on...
velvet on the back?
Yeah, well, the felt, yeah. Just felt on the back.
That's what I meant.
Red felt on the back. 36 count creme brulee linen. And I changed the colors on these if I didn't mention that already. So there's those ones. And then from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, September, October 86. I did a couple of these motifs. I did the candy cane and the gingerbread man. And I just used the called for colors. So candy cane and gingerbread man. And these are on mystery linen, just some linen I got from a yard sale page. I'm pretty sure it's 28 count. What is that? Oh, I use hot glue. So yeah, there we go. Hot glue, gone. Anyways, so I wanted to give some to my neighbors. So a lot of these are going to go to a lot of my neighbors, and then some are going to go to friends. Oh, wait, one more. I forgot it when I was finishing too. So this is from this book, 1 Hour Cross Stitch. This is a newer acquisition for me, but an old book. And let's see if I can show this without showing a pattern. So I did the poinsettia. And here it is. I really like it.
Now the question is, did it take an hour?
I don't know. I didn't time myself.
But Karen, it says 1 hour cross stitch. But you needed to get, this is for your YouTube audience, your FlossTube audience.
I will try to pay more attention next time.
I love you.
And he's cross-stitching on Christmas presents right now because he's not done with his Christmas presents for his family.
I've been lazy on doing this. That in my hand got really cramped.
Anyways,
I'm sure no cross-stitcher has ever felt that before.
So those are the ones for...
Ignore me.
I'm sure they responded just fine.
I'm sure we'll get plenty of comments. So.
Anyways, so that was all the ones for friends and neighbors. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all those gifts that I made. People seem to enjoy what they got. Also, I said that I would pick a winner for this kit. And I only had one entry, so Hibernation Stitcher, you won it. So I'll contact you and get your address so I can send this off to you. I hope everyone has a wonderful new year and happy stitching.